And welcome back to Hypetrain. We have something a bit unusual. I say it's a bit unusual. It's been a bloody long time. We've got a Sam ONELLA Academy reaction here. The journey of a beef cow. I'm guessing it's all about just cows.
Cows, is it the journey to the dinner plate or?
Well, it could be.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Should be too hard, should it really?
I'm guessing.
What we do know is there's literally no more videos coming from the Sam ONELLA Academy channel. Maybe you know why. Let us know in the comments, because it's been a good year or two since any got released. So maybe just realised how tough it is on YouTube, and for all the effort that channels like this put in, it's not worth it in the end because they don't get a lot back.
The animation stuff he puts in is a lot of work, yeah.
Yeah, all the history, etc. But no, please let us know in the comments. But no, in the meantime, let's go for it. I remember that.
Yeah.
Hey kids, do you ever feel like life has passed you by? Does the daily grind leave you feeling trapped in your own life like an animal in a cage?
Yep.
Well, that doesn't mean you can't enjoy some fun facts about livestock while you're at it. Today, I'll be giving a tour of the life, death, and processing of the American beef cow.
There you go.
Disclaimer, this video is only a basic summary of some common industry practices. No two farms are alike, some are nicer, some are worse. I'm not a shill, please don't get mad at me. Now, in the beginning, there was nothing. And then God said, "Let there be light." And it was good. Henceforth, you shall be called Craig. At birth, the calf weighs somewhere between 60 and 100 pounds. The males are typically castrated within the first couple of weeks, usually without anesthetic. The main point of this is to keep the steers mellow later in life, but it also stops their male hormones from giving the meat an off taste that the American palate isn't really accustomed to. Anyway, things started off pretty good for Craig. Drinking milk, hanging out, the life. After a while he figures out you can eat the floor, that's cool. But then after about 10 months he gets loaded into the cattle cars. If you're a history buff like me, you know that's not a good sign. Little does Craig know, he's been auctioned off to a feedlot 1,000 miles away. Here the cattle are packed together like sardines, if sardines were 500-pound terrestrial mammals. The menu consists of random roughage and energy-dense feed like corn so they can pack on the pounds more quickly. Overall, this environment puts a good deal of stress on the beast, which can end up taking a toll on his health. But it's nothing a little visit from the antibiotics fairy can't fix. Once fully grown, Craig gets taken to the packing plant. This is where the magic happens, and by magic we mean mechanically automated goring into commodities. This is where things get messy, so try to forget that we gave this random animal a name a minute ago. In order to keep things as humane as possible, a worker will first use this device, referred to as a stunner. Here's a demonstration. This renders the beast instantly unconscious, or worse, but potato at this point. Its ankle is then attached to a conveyor rail, which will gently guide the animal along the rest of its journey. First, the cow gets to talk to this man. He's called the sticker. Can you guess what he does? If you said that he gouges out throats for a living, you'd be correct. Over the course of about a minute, the flow goes from torrential downpour to incontinent poodle, by which point our beloved bovine can continue on his way. At the next station, the cow is subjected to high voltage electrical stimulation. Hopefully the nervous system is all out of steam by this point, but if not, the boys on the killing floor will have a great story to tell their wives. Haha, just kidding. The FDA estimates that 93% of meat worker marriages are in shambles. Who knew that 11 hours of pure slaughter every day could desensitize a man? Anyway, electrical stimulation basically works to speed up the onset of rigor mortis. Getting this process out of the way means the meat won't toughen up once it reaches the freezer. Next, the carcass undergoes a thorough power washing. Like the noble mortician, this hose works to make a lifetime of filth disappear. Unfortunately, though beauty is only skin deep, manure runs to the core, so the cow must be disemboweled to prevent contamination later on. And we might as well get rid of all these other gross bits while we're at it. Then the feds stick their nose in things to make sure everything is as it should be. Yup, it's a cow. Finally, we send it down the line, evacuate the spine, bifurcate the hind, reticulate the spline, and power wash it again just for good measure. This whole process from bashing to slashing to splashing takes a mere 15 minutes to complete. That means it takes the same amount of time to process 3 half-ton mammals and 1 scheduled license renewal. Try puzzling that one out. After hanging out in the cooler for a couple days, the beef is broken down into its many cuts: chuck, loin, sirloin, what have you. This is the good stuff. That'll get shipped off as is to barbecues, bar mitzvahs, and bargain bins all across the country. Then you got all these misfit bits hanging out wherever else. Still technically flesh, so we have machines pluck it off, pulp it, and use it to make hamburgers, hot dogs, and the like.
Lovely.
Then all the garbage even Americans can't stomach is sent off to the rendering plant to be made into whatever else. So there you have it. I don't really have an outro, except, kinda gross, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all for today. Till next time, I'm Sam ONELLA, and thank you for watching.
Has it put you off beef burgers, Kev?
I've never bought cheap beef burgers. There's over here the animals are treated a lot better, or a lot of them are.
Yeah.
There are processing plants which are a bit like that, but if you go to your local sort of thing, the farms and that around here, that's not quite so gross as that.
I know where you're going with that, but
Yeah,
it's not putting me off running to a McDonald's to have a hamburger. I am still going to eat a hamburger and I'm not turning vegetarian anytime soon. No, but he did say at the start that not all farms treat animals like this. But you know there is some probably worse than that as well. Whack down below your thoughts on that one from Sam ONELLA Academy. And no, I don't feel we've got too much else to add to that, so apart from subscribe, notification bell, because we'll probably cover more from this channel or some other history one. We haven't done many history for a while.
We haven't. We should do some more.
Yeah, we do like a history over. No, thanks for joining us. We'll see you all soon.
Catch you on the flip side.